We are at home cooking with Miss Brenda D. So welcome from Miss Brenda D and her family.
Hello everyone, how y'all doing on this nice beautiful day? Today we're frying up some delicious buffalo fish, y'all. Yes, and along with some homemade fries. Okay, y'all, let's get to cooking. Here I have peeled and cut up our homemade fries, and now we're seasoning them with onion powder, garlic powder, and also Cajun seasoning. What I like about this type of Cajun seasoning, this brand, it's not really salty. So you can add, quite a bit of it on your potatoes and it won't come out salty. Now it's time to mix in the seasonings. And you can use gloves if you prefer. Okay, we have mixed in the seasons. Now we're going to set this to the side. Now it's time to season up our buffalo fish. And if you don't want the buffalo fish, you prepare your catfish, whitings, perch, whatever type of fish that you want fried. You can do it the same way that I'm preparing mine. When I'm preparing my buffalo fish, I only prefer salt and pepper on mine. But if you want Cajun seasoning on yours, you are welcome to do it. But this is what I use. Now it's time to mix in our seasonings. Have anybody here tried the buffalo fish? If you're not familiar with it, it does have bones in it. Yes, it does have bones in it. If you're not familiar with it, and don't like the bones, you can always, like I say, use other fish and use these same seasonings. Okay, we're waiting on our oil to heat up, and then we're gonna go to our next step. Okay, our oil has heated up and our fish is ready to fry up, and I'm only using regular cornmeal, the yellow cornmeal for mine. No, I'm not adding any seasonings to it. I prefer mine as it is. Okay? We're going to use our electric skillet. And I just enjoy using this to fry chicken, fish, or whatever. And we're going to fry our fish on 375, between 375 and 385. We don't want to fry it, have our heat too hot. So, but that is a decent heating temperature. Here we're coating our fish with regular yellow cornmeal. Some people put seasoning in their cornmeal. I prefer not to because sometimes it can cause your fish to be salty. But it's up to you. Like I always say, make this recipe yours. Be very careful when you're adding your fish to your oil because oil is very hot, and be very careful when placing your fish into your hot oil. Place it in very carefully. Here we're checking to see how our fish is browning on the back side, and we're flipping it over. Okay. With buffalo fish, you don't have to, it all depends on the texture you want yours. If you want it crispy, you leave it in there longer. Me, I don't want mine crispy. I prefer my buffalo fish semi-crispy. But if you want yours crispier than the way I'm frying mine, make this recipe yours, okay? And there are some people that love their fish fried hard, and you can do that the same way. Just fry it until you can see the bone, and that's the way they prefer. I don't, but that's the way they prefer. So make this, like I say, make this recipe yours. Okay, time to time, go and check your fish. It's best not to leave it. Just keep turning it over. Now, if you have a deep fryer, you wouldn't have to do this. Keep turning it and flipping it over. You wouldn't have to do that. Since we're using a skillet, you have to, keep flipping it to get, the desired texture and crispiness that you prefer. Okay, after looking at it, it's ready. This is the way I prefer mine. So now it's time to remove it from our skillet. Here, we're removing our fish, and we're going to lay it onto a paper towel. Or if you have a metal rack that you can, you can use that as well. To me, the paper towel helps soak the oil out of the fish more. That's me. That's me saying that. But, do what you prefer to do. If you have tried the buffalo fish, please comment below and tell me how do you like it, or if you don't like it, because I would really want to know. Me, myself, I love buffalo fish. I grew up on these, but I didn't like the other part of the buffalo fish. I only eat the buffalo ribs because it has the long bones in it. They real long bones, and it's easier to, to take that bone out. But those smaller pieces, smaller bones, I can't do it. Okay, we're going to take these other two pieces out, and then we're going to continue to fry. And then we're going to fry up our homemade fries. Okay, since we're done cooking up our fish, now it's time for our homemade fries. Okay, we're gonna let our oil heat up for just a few more seconds, and then we're gonna start cooking up our homemade fries. Okay, our oil has heated up, and I'm gonna show you this trick for the ones that doesn't want to put the fries in with their hands. You can always use this utensil. I love using this. It's good to place and remove food from hot oil. Letting y'all know to reduce your temperature down to like 350 when you're frying French fries or potatoes. That's the way I do mine, but it's up to you. That way your potatoes will be fully cooked, because if the temperature is up too high, they will become brown early, and they're not fully cooked on the inside. So make sure you reduce your heat to 350 and then remove them at the desired color that you prefer. Here I'm placing some more paper towel on top of the other, so this will help soak up the oil from our homemade fries. Okay, as you can see, our potatoes are browning, and so this is the way I prefer mine. As y'all can see, I prefer mine this way, and so, like I say, if you reduce that temperature, you won't go wrong. Make sure you reduce that temperature so your fries won't cook too fast. So this is the way I prefer mine, and y'all, they were so delicious. We're going to continue to remove these out, and then we're going to continue till we, fry them all up. Okay, with these potatoes, I'm adding them with my hand, and so be very careful, as I always say, when you're placing these the food into that hot oil, because you may get burned, and we don't want that. Here we're loosening up the fries with our utensil so that they can fry evenly. If you're not for sure if your potatoes are cooked through and through, remove one and cut it open and taste it to see if it's fully cooked. Okay, we're going to continue to cook our fries, and then we're going to remove them, and then we're going to be back with our final result. Okay, y'all, my fish and fries are ready to enjoy. Y'all, this was so delicious. I really enjoyed my meal. Can you tell me what would you serve with your fried fish instead of the fries? Please comment below. Or if it's not fried, if it's baked or pan fried, what would you serve with your fish? Okay, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed cooking with me as much as I always enjoy cooking with you all. I hope y'all enjoyed these recipes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And please don't forget to hit that notification bell to get our new and upcoming videos. And to all our new viewers and subscribers, you are welcome to our channel. Okay, y'all, as always, I'm going to say, y'all have a blessed day, and bye-bye for now. Love y'all. Stay safe and be blessed. And remember, if life throws you lemons, make lemonade. Okay, y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye for now.
We are at home cooking with Miss Brenda D. So welcome from Miss Brenda D and her family.
That's a hit!